あ、あ、あ、あ、入りましたね。はい。じゃあ、これもなんか音。え、え、え、えーっと、マイクテストなんですが、ね、え、これでどうだこれでどうだ聞こえますか？イヤホン、耳が違う方から出てあ、聞こえた、よかった。よし、じゃあ、ます。ね、すごい変が起きて、やっぱり、バターがバターによる。じゃあ、何か、転生読みますね。手からやればよかった。合わせてかなーなんて思うね。こう、感じ。側のやつが、これ出るように。こう、左側を見るような感じで、は、まあ、私がわからなかったやつとか、感じで、して、して、なーっていうところでもらいながら、ね、 ちょうどまあ、てる感じと。I'm a sorry for old, homeless, and jobless person. Pumped and ugly. Nice guy. That he life. I was I was a veteran knee. Hadn't left my room the past year. However, my parents had passed away without me as a need. I didn't even attend the family meeting, let alone the funeral. And in the end, I was chased out of the house. Out of the house. I banged loudly on the walls and floor, fading about as if one was at home, or no one spoke up for. I was masturbating in my room on the funeral day when my siblings suddenly rushed in, dressed in mourning clothes, and clear, clear that they were severing all relations with me, all relations with me. I ignored them, and my younger brother took a wooden bat and destroyed the computer I valued more highly than my life. Half crazed, I lunged at them, but my older brother has a downlink karate, downrank karate, and I was viciously beaten in town.そして読んだ方がいいって言われたんで、I subbed and begged for I sobbed and begged for forgiveness in an unsightly manner, but I was chased out the door and didn't even have time to change my clothes. I endured the throbbing pain in my chest. Most of my ribs were probably broken, and walked unsteadily on the street. My siblings rebuked, rebukes, rebukes from when I left the house resounded in my ears. They were harsh insults that were difficult to take in. My heart was completely broken. What did I do wrong? All I do was masturbate to a mosaic-less lolly video during my parents' funeral. What should I do next? No, my mind does indeed know. Find a job or part-time job, then a place to live in, and buy some food. How should I go about this? How should I go about? I don't know what I should do. What I should do to find that job. I st I still know about going to Hello, but though I'm not showing off that I have more than 10 years experience staying indoors. How the heck should I know where Hello is? Furthermore, even if I go to Hello, I'd heard that it only gives you a job. I'd heard that it only introduces you a job. I'd have to, I'd have to, I'd have to, I'd have to bring a resume, go to the recommended place, recommended place, go to the recommended place, and take an interview. Take an interview. I'd had to go for an interview in a dirty sweats covered with sweat and blood. Sweat and blood. Heck, if I can get employed, even I wouldn't employ a fellow wearing something crazy like this. Fellow. I wouldn't employ a fellow wearing something crazy like this. If I can get employed. I wouldn't employ a fellow. Maybe I would emphasize with him, but I definitely wouldn't employ him. Are there any shops that sell resume papers, stationery stores, convenience stores? Maybe a convenience store might have them if I do go there, but I don't have any money. And then, what will I do if I settle all of that? Assuming that I do manage to borrow money from a financial institute, get a chance of proceeds, and buy some resume papers and stationery. I'd heard that You can't complete the resume if you don't record your residence. It's over. Right at this moment, I finally found my life reaching its end. Ah, it started to rain. It was the end of summer. It was the end of summer. When it starts to turn cold, the icy rain pierced through the clothes that I'd worn for I don't know how many years, mercilessly, mercilessly, mercilessly stealing my body heat away. If I could start over from the beginning, I couldn't help saying that I wasn't born as such a rotten human. Rotten, rotten, rotten. I was born as the third son in a somewhat wealthy family, two older brothers, one older sister, and one younger brother. The fourth in amongst the five siblings. In primary school, I was praised as clever despite my youth. I was prized as clever despite my youth. Despite my youth. Even though I wasn't considered great at studies, I was good at games. A brat who's pretty good at sports. I was even once the center of attention in my class. Even though then in junior high school I entered the computer club, consulted magazines, and saved enough money to assemble a computer. I stood out amongst my family, none of whom could write a single line of code. The turning point in my life was high school. No, it started in the third year of junior high school. I was so busy tinkering with my computer, tinkering with my computer that I neglected my studies. Thinking back on it now, that was where what that was where I all started. Uh, that was where it all started. I thought that learning stuff was useless for the future. I felt it could be used in real life. In the end, I entered the most idiotic high school, considered the worst in the prefecture. Idiotic, idiot. Even even so, I thought it was nothing. I felt I would succeed if I got serious, and that uh, I was different from those other idiots. That was what I thought. I still remember the incident back then. While queuing up to buy lunch at the cafeteria, there was a fellow who cut the queue. I grumbled a few sentences as if I was acting out of rightfulness. Rightfulness. Let's grumble a few. Right out. Righteousness. That was due to my strange pride and the unibial personality I had. Unfortunately, 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 he was my senpai and one of the two most dangerous people in the school. I ended up being punched in the face until it was swollen. Stripped naked, and hide in front of the school. Stripped naked, stripped naked, stripped naked, and tied in front of the school. He took a lot of pictures and easily distributed them all over the school. I fell to the bottom of the hierarchy an instant an instant got laughed at by others and even got the nickname of Foreskin Boy. Foreskin. I didn't go to school for a month and became a hikikomori. Upon seeing me like this, upon seeing like this, upon seeing like this, my father and brothers said responsible words to me, like bring out your courage, do your best. I hadn't been the one. I hadn't been the one. I hadn't been the one. I hadn't been the one at fault. At fault. At fault. I hadn't been the one at fault. Nobody in that sort of situation would continue to attend school. There is no way. There is no way. ないってことです。There is no way. Thus, no matter what anyone else said, I adamantly continue my shut-in lifestyle. I felt that the peers who knew me were all looking at my pictures, mocking me. Even if I didn't go out, as long as I had the computer and the internet, I could spend and I could spend away my time. Due to the internet's influence, I got interested in many things and did a variety of stuff, assembling plastic models, painting figures, painting figurines, figurines, creating weblogs. My mother was willing to support me, and it seemed she would come up with the money to help me out for as long as I requested it. But I was sick of them, all in less than a year. I was sick of them all, less than a year, less than the year. I lost my motivation whenever I saw someone being better than me. To others, I was merely fooling around. I was merely fooling about. But as I was alone with so much time hiding in my dark shell, I had nothing else to do. No, even when I think back on it, that was merely an excuse. At the very least, it would have been have it would have been a better choice to become a mangaka and started publishing terrible webcomics, or to become a web novelist and started posting novels. Many people who shared Many people who shared similar circumstances did something like that. I made fun of and slighted those people, mocking their creations, thinking myself as a critic, saying things like it's it, worse than it, sizing them. Even though I did nothing at all, I want to go back. If it's possible, I want to go back to primary school. Primary school, my life's highest point, or back to the middle of junior high school. No, even if it's 1 or 2 years ago, even if it's a little bit little bit of time, I could still do something with it, even though I gave up halfway through. I could start over. I could start over no matter what. So I put in my utmost effort. So I put in my utmost effort. Even if I didn't become the best, I could at least be a pro. Why didn't I go? Why didn't I do anything up till now? Anything up? I once had a lot of time, even though I didn't leave my room during that time. I could have done a lot of things as long as I sat in front of the computer. Even if I couldn't make it the top, I could have stayed somewhere in the middle, and put in effort. Manga, novels, games, or even coding. If I had put in every effort, I should have been able to make small accomplishments. Even putting even putting aside whether the accomplishments could be turned into money. Oh, never mind. It's useless. I never worked hard before. Even if I went back to the past, I would probably trip in similar place and stop at similar place. I ended up like this because I could never cross the hundreds hurdles. Hurdles. I could uh, I could never cross the hurdles a normal human. Somewhere in the heavy rain. Some, somewhere in the heavy rain. I heard people arguing. What's the what's the commotion about? About commotion about annoying. I don't I don't want to be involved, even though I was thinking that my feet want to hard over to them. That's why you were the one. Were the one. Entering my site seems to be three high school students having a lover's spot. Guys and one girl. Guys and one girl. They were dressed in the new uncommon colored student uniform and a sailor uniform. Colored student uniform, uncommon colored student uniform, and a sailor uniform. It seemed seemed there was some sort of Helen war. Helen were going on. The Taylor boys was quarreling, qu- quarreling, quarreling with a girl, and the other boys, and the other boy was trying to mediate, but the two quarreling parties weren't weren't, weren't listening at all. I had something I had something like that before. I once had a somewhat cute childhood friend in junior high school. He might have been considered cute, maybe a 4 or 5. He participated and in the track and field club and had short hair. He had the kind of appearance that would cause 2 or 3 out of 10 people to turn back. However, I was very passionate over a particular anime and felt that those in the track and field club should have a ponytail, so I thought she was an ugly girl. However, her home, her home was near mine, and we frequently shared the same class during primary school, so we went home together more than once. We had plenty of chances to talk together, and also bickered at time, heard at times. It's a pity, a pity. My current state, just listening word to the words junior high, childhood friend, and running club, enough for me to come 3 times. Come 3 times. By the way, I heard that childhood friend got married 7 years ago. I overheard this rumor from the living room where my siblings were talking. Our relationship wasn't bad. We were able to talk without reservations since we know each other from a young age. I don't think she liked me. I don't think she liked me. But if but I'd studied hard and entered the same high school, or if I'd joined the track and field club and entered the same school by recommendation, I might have raised a flag. Uh, raised raised a flag. Raised a flag. If I make a serious confession, we might even be dating each other. I could have flirted. I could have flirted because with her, like the trio, like the trio, and we might even have done fervent things in an empty classroom after school. Uh, what eroge is it? What eroge is this? Come to think of it, these people are really dumb, real really dumb real Jews. Just explode already, huh? Just explode already. 爆発. Suddenly, the instant I realized that real A truck was charging toward the trio at the tremendous speed. Also, the driver of the truck was lying prone the wheel, lying prone the wheel. He was driving in a sleep deprived state. Driving in a sleep deprived state. And the tree still hadn't noticed. Danger! I tried to warn them by yelling, but I haven't used my vocal cords fully, for over 10 years, and the cold rain and the pain in my leaves causes them to shrink further. Them to shrink further. Them further. The 20 Winnie, the teen the teeny weeny trembling voice. I echoed. Get out. Vanished. Vanished in the rain. I must save them. I had to. At the same time, I thought, why do I need to save them? I had a gut feeling that if I didn't save them, I would regret it 5 seconds later. I would absolutely regret it if I saw those 3 people getting smashed into the bloody pond by truck. Bloody pulped by a truck. Regret not saving them. Therefore, I had to save them. Any case, I thought I would probably starve to death by roadside soon after. I would probably starve to death by the roadside soon after. At least for that moment, I hope to, I hope, I hope I hope to have some satisfaction. Hope to have some satisfaction. I didn't want to be left. I didn't want it left letting at the very end. At the very end, I ran and hobbled along toward them. My legs was moving as I wanted, and as long as move as I wanted, as I had not moved them much for the past 10 years. I was the first time in my life that I wish I had experienced more, exercised more. The broken ribs were hurting with excruciating pain. During, during my every step, during my every step, I was the first time in my life that I wished I had taken more calcium, taken more calcium. I hurt, hurt so much that I couldn't run, but I still ran. I was running. The arguing boy hugged the girl when he noticed the truck approaching in front of his eyes. The other boy had his back facing the truck and had not noticed, was merely, was merely surprised by his companion's sudden action. I grabbed his collar without any hesitation and used all my strength to pull him back. The boy was pulled away and fell to the roadside out of truck's path. Good. Two more to good. Two more to go. Just when I had this thought, the truck was already in front of me. I had just planned to I had just planned to I had just planned to pull them from a safe distance, but as I pulled them back, the void caused the record caused me to move forward. Was to expected, and it wouldn't even have mattered if I weighted over 100 kilograms. 100 kilogram. As a result of sprinting with my trembling legs, I got dragged. I got dragged for the moment, forward by moment. I felt a light behind me the moment light behind me the moment I got hit by the truck. I felt a light behind me. I felt a light behind me the moment I got hit by the truck. Was that the rumor? Was that the rumor light or the light of the flashback before death? For death, I couldn't see anything during that short instance. I was just too fast. It was just too fast. Did it mean that I did so little in my life? I was sent flying a concrete. I was sent flying onto a concrete wall by a truck 50 times heavier than I was. By the truck 50 times heavier than I was. I was sent flying onto a concrete flying on the air flying. The air in my lungs was pushed out. My lungs spasmed, demanding air after the hard running. Couldn't utter a sound. But I wasn't dead yet. The accumulated fat was probably what saved me. But once I thought that the truck appeared in front of my eyes again. I was flattened like a tomato between the concrete ground and the truck. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Chapter and fix it as soon. 全部読めました。チャプター1終わりましたので、一旦以上したいと思います。チャプター1というプロローグですね。終わりました。全部で285ページあります。このページでやってて一体いつ終わるか分かりませんが、はい。終わりにしたいと思います。